You hear AGI everywhere these days, right? But what if I told you that same acronym means two wildly different things? I mean, one is all about your taxes, and the other, it might just be about the future of, well, everything. So, let's get into it.
All right, first things first, let's talk about the AGI that, let's be honest, you've probably run into before, even if you didn't really think about it. Yeah, I'm talking about the one that rears its head every single tax season.
So, what exactly is AGI? You might think you have the answer, but stick with me here.
Okay, so for our first definition, according to the IRS, AGI is, drumroll please, adjusted gross income. Yeah, not exactly thrilling, I know. It's basically the official and kind of dry number you get after taking your total income from all your jobs and investments and then subtracting a few very specific things the government lets you write off.
How do you figure it out? Well, you take all the money you made, your salary, any dividends, the whole shebang, and then you start subtracting. These are called above-the-line deductions. We're talking about things like student loan interest, maybe what you put into an IRA, or even some expenses you had if you're a teacher. And that's it.
It's that key number you see on line 11 of your Form 1040. It's a snapshot of your financial past, a look in the rearview mirror. But, and this is a big but, that is not the AGI that's going to change the world. Not by a long shot.
Okay, now for the pivot. Let's talk about the other AGI, because once you leave the world of taxes behind and step into, say, Silicon Valley or a research lab, that same little acronym stands for something huge, something completely different.
And you can really feel that shift, right? We're moving from the black and white certainty of a tax form into this colorful, abstract, and kind of unknown future.
This is artificial general intelligence. We're talking about an AI that isn't just good at one thing. No, we're talking about an AI that can think, learn, and solve problems across a whole range of cognitive tasks, just like a human can, or maybe even better. So it's not just about winning a game of chess, it's about, well, potentially everything. And you have to understand, this isn't just about cool new tech. This is a huge philosophical deal. I love this quote from the philosopher Tobias Rees, who said, AI profoundly challenges how we have understood ourselves. Think about that. By creating a new kind of mind, we're kind of forced to ask what our own minds are all about.
So you can probably guess what comes next. If you're building something that could be smarter than a human, you'd better have some serious conversations about safety, right? How do we make sure we do this right?
And it's not just a few people worried about this. When you talk to the actual experts, the people in the trenches building this stuff, the number is just staggering. 98%. That's how many of them say we absolutely need to have safety practices in place.
And what's so telling is what they agree on. That 98% number comes from a survey of the top minds in the field, and they point to things like pre-deployment risk assessments, checking for danger before you let it out, or third-party audits to get a fresh set of eyes on it. And my favorite, external red teaming, which is basically hiring a bunch of smart people to try and break the AI, to find its weaknesses before it's out in the wild. So look, the debate isn't if we need safety guardrails. The real question is, can we build them fast enough? But it goes even deeper than just safety protocols. The very idea of AGI forces us to ask a much, much bigger question. What does this mean for us, for the whole human story? Are we standing on the edge of a totally new chapter?
Here's a cool way to think about it. Historians talk about something called the first Axial Age. This was way back when written language was invented. And it wasn't just about writing shopping lists, right? It totally rewired how we thought, leading to brand new philosophies, religions, the whole shebang. So the big question is, could AGI kick off a new AI Axial Age, a second massive transformation in human consciousness, this time powered by artificial minds?
And this quote from Tobias Rees again just nails it. He asks if AI could mark the start of a whole new chapter for what it even means to have a mind, to have interiority, to think. This isn't about faster computers, you guys. This is about the very nature of thought and consciousness itself. It's mind-blowing, really.
All right, so let's pull it all together. Two AGIs, same letters, but they could not be more different. One is a number on a tax form, all about your past. The other is a technological revolution that's all about our future, worlds apart.
And look, please don't think this is all just some sci-fi movie stuff that's decades away. The part where AI starts outperforming humans on specific, measurable cognitive tasks, that's not coming. It's already here. Let's look at the numbers. Okay, check this out. It's pretty wild. When tested on general undergraduate level knowledge, a top AI model scored nearly 87%. Now, for perspective, only 37% of adults in the US even have a bachelor's degree. And it gets crazier. Look at advanced reading comprehension. The AI, 96.3%. The percentage of human adults with that level of skill, just 12%. I mean, the data is clear. On these kinds of tests, the machines are already leaving most of us in the dust.
So this is what it all boils down to. On one side, adjusted gross income. It's a calculation. It looks backward at what you've earned. It's the basis for your taxes. On the other side, artificial general intelligence. It's a frontier. It looks forward to our collective future. It's the basis for, well, for whatever comes next. And that's the big unknown.
So there you have it. One AGI is about your past. The other, it's about our future. So let me just leave you with this one question. Which one do you think we should be paying more attention to?